Welcome on Wednesday Night Baseball to one of the most famous sporting venues anywhere, Yankee Stadium, to one of the best rivalries not only in baseball but in any sport. The Boston Red Sox against the New York Yankees. Has gotten his team in first place, although it changes almost with the win. Of course, you don't change the DH Manny Ramirez, who we spoke about before, Joe, with his batting average of .403 and his RBIs of 54. He's been everything they would hope, and then some.
Well, I think he's been far more than they could expect. He's leading the league in RBIs. They expected to have Nomar Garcia-Parra hitting in front of him, which would have added to his total, I'm sure. But he has been just unbelievable. And that's the reason that the Red Sox are in the position that they're in. Manny Ramirez, all the other things they talk about, the starting pitching and their bullpen, that's great. But Manny Ramirez has been the guy, and he'll be facing Andy Pettitte tonight. And Andy Pettitte has really pitched great. I mean, his earned run average, look at that, 2.93. That's an excellent earned run average to have only a 4-3 1-loss record. So Andy Pettitte has been better this year than maybe he has been at the beginning of the season for the last couple of years.
Some first, some sitting. Inside out swing to right. Remember, missed the air, and I should ask you this, Joe, as O'Neill makes the play, a third baseman. Now with Nomar out and Valentin back, they've asked him to play short. He really didn't want to do it, but he's doing so, Joe, as O'Neill has made 2 plays. But Valentin is a guy that nobody argues that. Even he, a couple of things that he's done on the field, he wouldn't argue. Andy Pettitte gets 3 fly ball outs as Chuck Knobloch makes the play and left. And rather than go to a break here at the end of the top of the first, we're going to see the Yankee fans welcome to one of their favorites, man that was a part of the 4 World Championship teams, now as a Boston Red Sox, and that's David Cone.
The people here liked him, and he pitched very well. And this is what he did in his last start. And he actually pitched well, but he had a tough at-bat against Guzman. He threw 11 pitches, and after that, he was knocked around a little bit. So he was throwing well. The ball was moving. He was in the 88 to 90-mile-an-hour range, and his ball had life to it. He said he felt very comfortable out there on the mound. He was a little erratic as far as his control is concerned, but he felt like he had good stuff. And I think you'll see him try to prove to the Yankees that he has a good fastball. And a plus for him is the first 2 hitters are right-handed. That's Knobloch and Jeter. And he is best against right-handed hitters.
So this is only his second start after his rehab. Second start as a Red Sox, and he'll be facing a bunch of guys that he shared a lot of time with from spring training through the end of October, pretty much every year. These are guys that know David. How about David knowing the Yankee lineup? You got to think he has an advantage.
Ironically, I have faced a lot of those guys before, even though it's been with other teams. You know, Tino when he was with Seattle, and Paul O'Neill back to the National League when he was with Cincinnati. And so there is a bit of a track record there, but it's been a while since that track record had started. I've seen him enough over the last 5 years, but it's a little different when you're facing them. There's always the human element. You could always easily be distracted. Maybe I might come up with a good scouting report, but executing that report against those guys, especially in that stadium, is going to be difficult.
There it is. Beautiful. I have to tell you, that pitch exploded on Chuck Knobloch, and especially after setting him up with the
Cone against Derek Jeter. Swinging at the first pitch, and away from Dante Bichette in the miss. Jeter doesn't hesitate. Double.
Well, I think part of this is the perfect.
You know, I don't know that he doesn't have this velocity last year. Feel for him, but now it's the baseball business, and certainly Cone was not a difference in the batter's box this year, Joe. Little number, Jason Varitek over to Offerman, and David Cone survives the first against his ex-mates. We've played one in New York. Red Sox, Yanks, goose eggs. But you know what? You hit 406 when you have little broken back bleeders like that. Another base hit for Manny Ramirez. Best average in baseball, most RBIs in baseball.
Part-time player.
Director Jimmy Moore says, did he spell cornucopia right? That gets away from Posada, and Manny is in.
Well, the reason I say that is because Dante Bichette has put up some awesome seasons.
Yeah.
Driven in over 100 runs, hit over
At home, and we know some of you are. He does not, and he loses them anyway. So 2 on with none out for the only man that has started every game at his position other than D.H. Ramirez. It's a 3-0-2. Swinging at the first pitch, Pettit. Jeter. Not in time for the double play. It's a slow one back to the mound. I mean, if Pettit fields okay, that would have been a tough one to turn. Hit well to left. Plenty of room for Knobloch. Ramirez tags, and he will score. But they get the runner at second base. And now they're wondering, did the run score? And the ump says, yes, it did.
More base running right there.
Well, that's the second time the Red Sox have done it. Once it's cost them a game already for a good team. Valentin, Offerman, Justice is gone, 1 out. Way up and into Jorge Posada, the man he used to pitch to.
And he's hit by the pitch.
Wait, it's so far up and in that he got him.
Well, remember, it doesn't have to hit your body. All it has to do is touch your uniform. And Jimmy Williams is arguing that it didn't touch his uniform. And now he's satisfied that Jerry Lane says it did touch the uniform. No, they went to a different pitch. Throw him a breaking ball, which is exactly what you want to do to Gross, is throw him a lot of off-speed pitches.
Hey, what? Most teams would take this crowd on a Tuesday night on a chilly night. Pretty well to center. Carl Everett is there, makes the catch. Posada is stranded, and the Yankees are gone, and Coney has pitched 2 innings, not allowed a run, and struck out 3. Of course, the good news about the griping is good job on a 3-2 pitch opposite way by Lansing at a base hit. The good news about the griping is, Joe, didn't make an error all year. DeLu showing bunts it hard and gets the job done as Tino Martinez will take it himself and Lansing down to second base. So 1 out on the sacrifice by Lewis, and now the top of the order, Jose Offerman.
Good pitching there.
Boy, he really was swinging defensively, and even that didn't work, Joe.
Well, he was looking for another curveball, and he threw him a cut fastball kind of away. It was something harder. Mound, he's great.
They walk Valentin. Good job by him in hanging in there. So now 2 on for the dangerous Carl Everett. Everett flew a scheduled Tuesday rainout. Everett, weak grounder, Jeter, Soriano, force on Valentin, and Pettit wriggles free. David Cone to take the mound for the 3rd against the Yanks.
To Kristen Guzman, and after that they hit him around a little bit. He kind of ran out of gas. Another good fastball in on the hands of Knobloch.
And Garrick is 2 for 2 against David Cone.
Derek Jeter does that very, very well. He fights that high fastball in off of.
There goes Jeter again. Hit well, but too well. Everett now will try to gun Jeter. You know, that ball almost kept sailing over his head. Did you see that?
I think they knew you were going to be here.
No, this one is hit well to right. Back goes Bichette. Back. Gone! And there's another emotional outpouring of these fans for one of their favorites, Bernie Williams. It's his first game at home since all this happened. Welcome home.
To have a good batting average, as you mentioned, at the end of the year.
Tino Martinez, a sharply hit single for the 3rd hit of the inning. This is the 53rd pitch, and the pitch count is roughly 80. But he won't use any more as Justice goes. So 4 strikeouts for Cone, but not until the Yankees play long ball. Bernie Williams, 4th home run of the year, and New York has the lead over their ex-mate, 2-1.